Hello everybody, welcome back to the first versus last challenge with Chris Comedypur and myself. We have two Jordans in between us here in Canada, and for the first part of the race I only have my onboard footage. You will see why soon, but we're going to get away. The lights go out and away I go, and I've made a poor start again and the Jordan's coming through, and I'm got to fight with Eddieirvine down into turn one. Let's see how this goes. I'm trying to push it. Irvine is still there, and I'm trying to come back around the outside of Barrichello as well. This to go back into the lead and have the races go as they usually go for me. That's what I want to do. Irvine's still behind them, attacking Barrichello here, trying to go for the move, and Barrichello bumps into me, and that's, oh wow, that was a push and a half back, and I've got some damage. Chris is through in a second, and I think that's suspension damage. I'm going to have to check this, but for sure suspension damage, and I don't know, will I be able to continue? Is the question, but a great opportunity for Chris here, because I'm definitely not going to beat him in this one. Wow, what a turnout that is. And yeah, I'm totally missing the wheel, so it's more than a little bit of suspension damage, and I'm going to try to get back to the pits, but I'm not going to catch that gap, that's for sure. Look at the loss of time, and the fact that I've lost it so early in the lap as well means I'm unlikely even to catch the AI in this race. And well, what a blow for me at the start. Irvine already 17 ahead, and suddenly Chris is ahead. What's happened there? I think it's going to be a red flag. I think Chris is going to red flag the race, because I think Chris has been taken out as well. So with only AI in, there's no point us continuing. So the red flag is out, and we're going to restart. Here we go. Now we have the full array of footage. Getting ready for the restart. There I am on the grid again with Barrichello, Irvine, and then Chris. And another poor start from me. And Irvine rides up the back of my car. This time I'm briefly checking the damage, but thankfully I don't think I've got any. And here I go into turn one, and Chris is right behind me. He will surely be sniffing a chance. Not only have I had enough incidents in this race already, but Chris is not in a 40 years in a footwork. This is one of Chris's best chances of the season, and I think I've just shoved Rubens off there, and that's not helped me or him. And Chris is right with us, and I'm going to try to move on Rubens. He's still taking the line. Down the inside I go, but I'm not locked up, and I'm off, and Chris is through, and Rubens is through. And Chris now, he's going to go for the lead. This is a big opportunity for Chris to get his first victory of the campaign. And this is great for Chris. He's in the lead. Barrichello second. I've dropped down to third. I have continued, but two messy starts from me. And Chris Comedypur with an excellent opportunity to take his first win of this format. And it would be well deserved. He drove brilliantly in Monaco. It was only in a few times he's driven brilliantly, but it's only the quality of the car that's let him down. But he has the footwork this time. It should be enough. Here I go, trying to pass Barrichello, because he stands in the way of me being able to attack Chris. A little bit messy into the chicane, but I've got away with it. And now, yeah, Barrichello was standing in the way. Here's the replay, and the game glitch means Irvine's already missing his front wing before he hits me, and then he loses another front wing that wasn't even there. So, yeah, that was Irvine riding up the back of my car, and yeah, and here is the replay of me passing Rubens Barrichello and getting back into the second place, and now I'm off after Chris. And it's sort of the opposite to a lot of the races this season, where Chris passed the AI and then gets off after me. Now I've passed the AI and I've got to get off after Chris. But can I close that gap down? I mean, the Ferrari is a quicker car, but I feel like I'm having to drive beyond my usual capabilities here to try to catch him up, because if I just relax the pace, here's another replay of me going off, this from Chris's car, and yeah, just staying calm and keeping his cool, and now passing Barrichello for the lead, and this puts Chris on with an excellent opportunity to win this Canadian Grand Prix. So it's like I'm saying, I feel like I'm having to overdrive just to try to catch Chris up. I've given myself so much work to do here, and Chris is leading comfortably. There's just over a lap to go, a lap and a straight to go, and of course you have that temporary chicane they installed in 1995 as well to negotiate, which I definitely didn't forget about on the first lap, which was why I was so messy into there. And Chris is leading nicely. He's in control right now. I am the one who has got to push. Chris can maintain and drive within himself, relax, and just maybe not relax too much, because I'm still there in the background as you can see, but just control the pace and make sure that I stay out of arm's length here And here's another replay, and what we've seen, that's just the Jordans. We're just watching the Jordans go round in their third and fourth place. Barrichello with quite a gap back to Irvine, who had to pit, of course. So we're into the final lap. Chris continues to lead. Is he finally going to get that win? I've closed the gap down to 1.3, but there is a long way to go. For me, not long enough, I don't think, because it's not going to be comfortable. If I do catch him, it's not going to be at least until the hairpin, and I've still got to rely on him making any sort of mistake. And Chris is keeping it nice and tidy right now, and he is not doing any Sebastian Vettel type adventures at that turn like I did on lap 1. He's keeping it. I've got myself to blame for where I am, but I'm still pushing, because until there is no chance, I will not give up. And there is definitely still a chance. You can see the gap coming down all the time, but I think it's going to take quite a bit. Chris runs onto the grass there. That's going to help me, but he's coming down into the hairpin, and I'm closer than ever here, still with an opportunity. But there's only one that you can't pass into the temporary chicanes. There's only really the final corner to go. What's going to happen here? Chris has made a mistake, and this might give me a chance. And now the decision is set. I am going to go for it, come what may. I've got to go for it. I'm close enough to have a go, and I've got to have a go. Chris moves over to cover the line before I go, but I've got off, and I'm on the gravel, but I managed to regain, and I've regained in front of Chris. I am going to win the race on the track, but we're going to leave it up to you guys to decide who is the rightful winner of this race, because although I got the move done, and it is obviously allowed in the game, certainly in modern era Formula 1, that would have been a penalty. In the olden days, I think realistically that gravel track would have cost me more time, and I would have been off. So yeah, we're going to leave it up to you guys to decide. Here's all the angles. I genuinely did try to make the corner. There was no intent of cutting over, because there's no way I could have known that I would have got away with it over that gravel. I was just trying to brake as late as possible and hope that Chris left enough room, which he did. I think he was maybe a little bit surprised by me coming through, but let's see. See, from that angle it definitely looks as though I braked too late. I mean, when I was driving I did feel in control. I did feel like I was going to make the turn, but again, we'll put it to you guys. Answer in the comments, who do you guys think won this race? Is it the guy who crossed the line first, or was an illegal advantage gained, and is Chris the rightful winner of this Canadian Grand Prix? Let me know in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe to both myself and Chris. Subscribing is free, and it really helps our channels out. Take care.